Now it's recording. Welcome, everybody, to day 2 of this week's fabulous writing lesson on invertebrates. All right, so everybody in class needs to have out the paper from yesterday. I'm going to share my screen so everybody can see what I'm doing. And, oops, this is not mine. This is the wrong thing. Well, oh, here it is. Sorry. They all look alike. See how they look alike? Okay. All right. And let me flip over. Okay, so while you're looking for yesterday's, everybody, here's the brainstorming. Now, I want to talk to you for a minute. First of all, virtual boys and girls, you are in class. You are in school. You have to do your work. I'm grading it. And if I don't get work, you get a 0 on your report card. Let me tell you, that is not good. That is not good. So I need the work that we do every single day. So I should have your brainstorming. You should have turned that in. If you didn't turn that in, you have a 0. So you get hot making sure that you're doing what I'm doing and turning it in every single day, okay? You can't get behind on this. It's too hard. All right, boys and girls. Today, let's take a look at the brainstorming we did yesterday. Remember yesterday, we decided that we're talking about invertebrates. That means that you're going to have the word invertebrate in that first sentence so that we know what in the world we're talking about. People who were not here yesterday, we are doing invertebrates. And we have decided that, one, we could write a paragraph about a certain invertebrate, for example, earthworm. But instead, we decided to separate our paragraphs into the things that invertebrates do for us. So we brainstormed all the things and animals that pollinate. Then we have a group, and we talked about how they control pests. John, you should be writing this down since you're absent. And then another paragraph we're going to have on decomposers, because that's something else that invertebrates do for us. Here, something else that invertebrates do for us is they help out with the soil. They build soil, they feed the soil, they make the soil better so that we can grow our flowers and our food. So that's some information there. Here is the way we are going to have our writing work. You always have an introduction, which is like a gentle, hello, this is what we're talking about. Except we never say hi. We don't say my name is. Never start it that way. We don't have to say hello. You just have to start talking about what you're talking about. The next paragraph is going to be all about pollinating. The next paragraph is going to be all about controlling pests. Excuse me. The next one is all about decomposing. The next one is all about improving the soil. And the last is going to be your closing. So because we're in a 4-day week, yesterday, we also worked on our introduction. Usually on the first day of a writing composition, we only do brainstorming. But yesterday, we had to do the introduction because we were already a day short. So here's the introduction that we started. Here's my sentence, here's my word in the first paragraph that tells me what this whole thing is about. Invertebrates, things that don't have a backbone. That's what we're talking about this week. Invertebrates are crucial, which is a fabulous word, not gonna lie. Fabulous word. You need to choose fabulous words, okay? Invertebrates are crucial to every single one of us. Now, everybody in this class and everybody at home should have their own sentence like that that tells me what this composition is about. It doesn't have to be my sentence. This is my sentence. You write your sentence, but it has to have the word invertebrates in it, and it should have nice words. So like crucial is a pretty awesome word, but it could be important, it could be valuable to every single one of us. It could be valuable to people around the world. It could be valuable to mankind. It could be valuable to anyone who likes to eat, which is true. Valuable to anyone who likes to have a clean living area, like right New York City, because if you watch the idea of the day today, you would know that New York City would be sure messy if it weren't for ants. Ants are an invertebrate. The next sentence is super important. It tells me what the rest of the composition is going to be about. What is it going to be about? Well, you're going to talk to me about pollinating in one paragraph. You're going to talk to me about decomposing in one paragraph. You're going to talk to me about controlling pests in one paragraph. You're You're going to talk to me about improving the soil in one paragraph, okay? So this paragraph tells me what the whole thing is about. Now, I could add one more sentence here to say something like, you know, here's a quote I love. Like here we could have a quote. You could have a quote about bugs. You could have a quote about invertebrates. Those are hard to come by, I know, because I looked. So sometimes it's hard to come up with a good quote about a special topic, but I did come up with a good quote that I like about learning in general. Here's my quote now. When Michelangelo, a famous painter, shake your head if you know anything about Michelangelo. You kind of know that he's a famous painter. No, nobody knows. Okay, Michelangelo is a super duper famous painter and sculptor. He sculpted things in Italy, and everybody know. Is anybody here Catholic? Anybody? A couple of Catholic? Okay. The Pope. You don't know about the Pope, the head Catholic person in the church? He lives in the Vatican, and that's where a lot of Michelangelo's work is. Super famous. Okay, Michelangelo is a famous artist. When we use quotes, we like to use quotes from famous people. We like to use quotes from books, like Alex put the quote from Winnie the Pooh in her composition about honey. I mean, about bees, which match the honey, kind of matched. Okay, so this is one we could use something like this. When Michelangelo was 87, which is super old, he said, "I am still learning." That's kind of a cool quote. You never quit learning. You're young and you have a lot to learn. People are on medium at my age, and I have a lot to learn. Michelangelo's old. He had a lot to learn. So at the end of this sentence right here, I could say, well, one, invertebrates is what we're talking about. They're super important. This is what I'm going to tell you about them. Pollinate in a paragraph, decompose in a paragraph, blah, blah, blah. And you can say, you know what? You're in luck today. It is your lucky day because I am going to tell you all about invertebrates, and you never stop learning. Michelangelo said he was 87 and he was still learning. See how that flows? So you can choose something, put something here, the next sentence, that just is awesome, has a little extra, maybe a quote, you know, something like that. In the last composition, we had be, happy, like B-E-E. It's kind of awesome. You know, it's kind of clever. So right now, when everybody write in the sentence, write this sentence, just something interesting. Let me see what you can come up with, and we're going to share this sentence right here. I'm going to write, today, no, I changed your mind. See, you can change your mind. You never stop learning. Stop learning. And today, you will learn about invertebrates. Invertebrate. That's a B. Okay. Michelangelo agreed that you never agreed. No. I'm going to change your mind on that. Michelangelo agreed, and see how you change your mind? When you write your rough draft and you're brainstorming, you can change your mind. It just means you're thinking of new and better things. Don't be afraid to change your mind. Don't be afraid to add something. You need to be writing your sentence right now. I'm going to be asking you to share in a few minutes. I say you never stop learning, and today you will learn about invertebrates. Michelangelo agreed when he said, quote, remember the quotes only go around what the person's actually saying. Michelangelo did not say, Michelangelo said. No, he just put the words out of his mouth. Said, at 87, this is also why we write in pencil, right? He said, I am still learning. Okay. So this is what I chose to write because it makes my conversation interesting. So I talk about invertebrates, I tell you what we're going to say about invertebrates, and then I give you a little something extra, which is hard to describe. But in this case, this is what I chose. Who has something they want to share? Callie, what do you got? You never stop learning, and every day you learn something new, and that's beautiful. So today could be the day you're going to learn about invertebrates. Brilliant. I love that so much. That is super true. All right, Brock, lay it on me. What do you got? One. Whoops, he's lost. He's going to find it in a second. Come back to you. Carter, let me hear you. Excellent. You never stop learning, and today you're going to learn about invertebrates. That's beautiful. Brock, you ready now? Go ahead. Beautiful, beautiful. Brock used the Michelangelo too, said he never stopped learning about things, which is super true. And then he quoted Michelangelo. I love that because one quote is pretty special. The younger kids don't do that. That's super fourth grade stuff. Kennedy, let me hear you. Woo! That's beautiful. You never stop learning since the day you were born. That's beautiful, and I love it. What else you got? David, got something for me? Beautiful, man. Okay, I'm coming back to you because you're a natural. You're a natural. I'm coming back to you. Huh? Well, I think you are. I'm going to come back to you. Who else wants to share their sentence? Sydney, go ahead. That's pretty amazing. Another quote, Thomas Edison said he hasn't failed. He just found 10,000 ways it won't work, and that's brilliant. Why? Because we're going to hear about invertebrates today. That's awesome. Do you hear me? You're not me. You just hear me, right? All right, what else you got? Sean, lay it on me. Hear from Sean.
Today I will teach you about invertebrates. Invertebrates are cool and interesting. You never stop learning about stuff.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Never stop learning about stuff. I love it. Okay, let's move on to the next paragraph. Okay, so my next paragraph, it says right here, the first thing I say we're going to talk about is pollinating, okay? So that means this first paragraph has to be about pollinating. All right? So we need a sentence that tells the person who's reading what we're talking about pollinating. So I'm going to use the word invertebrate again, and I'm going to say something like invertebrates. Oh, I got invertebrates. Okay, invertebrates, that's a hard word. Invertebrates pollinate, just a second, pollinate our what? What are they? If I could say flowers, what else? Fruit, vegetables, right? Okay, so I could just say invertebrates pollinate, right? Because it has a subject, invertebrates, and it has a predicate, pollinate. But that is short and that is boring. That does not tell me all that I need to know. You need to have long, nice sentences with lots of words, with lots of conjunctions. See it over there? Or, so, nor, but, and in. Got to use those words. Not in every sentence. You should use them. Makes nice sentences. Tell it. Still? Learning invertebrates. Okay, invertebrates right here. That's a long word. Evelyn. Tell me loud. Ooh, I like that. Invertebrates pollinate our whole earth, our entire earth. All of the plants on our entire earth. All of the plants in the world. That's true. And that's true. I mean, that's the only thing. What? And yes, and bees are invertebrates. That's exactly right, Brock. Yes. Kennedy? They pollinate for what? Our entire life. Yes, that's beautiful. Invertebrates pollinate for our entire life. I'm gonna say invertebrates pollinate all the food. No. All the plants that give us food. Oh, I'm going to use a conjunction. Yes, I am. Yes, I am right here. So, woo! Did you see that? Conjunction, baby. Woo-hoo. See if, oh, Sophia, you're next. Hang on, let me finish the sentence. Invertebrates pollinate all the plants that give us, wait a minute. Food, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. Let's start over again. Invertebrates pollinate all the plants. See how you have to change your mind? You got to keep reading your own work and change your mind. Let me see this again. Invertebrates pollinate all the plants in the world. So here's my conjunction. So we have food to eat. Now, we cannot go around putting conjunctions in every single sentence in the whole world. You only put them where they make sense, but when they make sense, it's beautiful. Not gonna lie. Pretty beautiful. Sophia, what do you got? Tell me loud. Woo! Oh, she had a high five from a distance, baby. Woo! Look at that. Okay. Yes, so we can have flowers. She's conjunction too. That's beautiful. Michael, want to share? That's beautiful. Is that still in your paragraph in the front? Good. Love it. Okay, so you need to put your first sentence right here, and then we're going to share. Everybody needs to have a sentence right here. Look where I'm pointing. Stop and look where I'm pointing. See that? Whoops. Oh, you can't see that. This is a new paragraph. Okay? We're done with the first paragraph. Now we are on the pollinate paragraph, and it has to indent. See that? Stop right now. If you didn't indent, erase and indent. Do it right now. Did you indent? All right. Indent right now, because you indent when you have a new paragraph. People at home in the virtual, I want to see this today. You will do this and turn it in today for a grade, okay? Every day you have to do the work, all right? Yes. Sean, please, share away. What do you got? That's brilliant. You know what? I like what he put. He said that invertebrates pollinate all that we eat. Thank an invertebrate if you're hungry. That's beautiful. Thomas, you have something to share?
Yes.
Okay.
Invertebrates pollinate flowers and a lot of things. And they're very important, so we need them in life.
Excellent. Carla, what do you got?
Invertebrates pollinate flowers so we can have food. That comes from flowers.
Excellent. Very good point, too. Pollinate flowers and things, and so the fruit that comes from flowers. Okay. Raise your hand if you have ever in your entire life eaten anything chocolate. Okay, hands down. Raise your hand if you like chocolate. Hands down. Raise your hand if you would be sad if there were no more chocolate. Okay, hands down. Chocolate comes from a tree and is pollinated by pollinators. And if they are pollinated, you don't get the chocolate. So you don't get chocolate and it'll be super sad. Okay? Invertebrates are important to our world. All right. Okay, let me. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Let me write that down so everybody can see. Yes. Okay. Without invertebrates, it's true, without invertebrates, we would not have enough food and we would all perish. And that is a beautiful word if you want to use that. And that's pretty awesome. Not forever. Nope. You have to have food. All right, Sydney. Okay. Stop and look at me. Stop. Focus. Invertebrates. Sydney. Which one did you eat? Really? All right. Sydney ate an invertebrate yesterday, ate a cricket. He did not like it. Okay, we have one vote for cricket or yucky. All right, let's move on. Okay, so the rest of this paragraph, you need to have a couple of more sentences that talk to me about specific pollinators. You could write some of the invertebrates that pollinate are, you could flip back over here to our brainstorming because we know that there are bees, wasps, butterflies, and flies. Even those house flies that we all dislike so much because they're always like kind of gross and they're all like buzzing around everything we want. They are important to our ecosystem. I mean, I do not want any in my house. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want any on my soda can when I'm having a picnic and they like to fly around. They want a little drink out of my soda. I don't want that either. But we have to have them in the world. So let's write a paragraph, a sentence about different pollinators that we know of. We could start with, let me draw your attention to the paper right here. Yeah. When you give an example, you could say, for example, for instance, to illustrate. Boys and girls at home, I'm going to put that up so you can see. Let's do something like, for example. Okay, I'm going to say it for example. Oops, that's not even spelled right. For example, there are many pollinators like and then what am I going to do? I'm going to tell you which ones they are. They're like, everybody knows about bees pretty much. Not everybody knows that those mean old wasps are also good at pollinators. Bees, wasps, let me look over at my page because I can't remember. Butterflies. They are invertebrates, and I don't know if they pollinate. Okay, then we wouldn't include them in this paragraph, okay? We might include them in another paragraph. I'm not sure if you know which paragraph they would go into, okay? Butterflies and... That's true. Well, we'll put that in the control pest category. Okay. So we're talking about scorpions here, and we decided that they, of course, they don't pollinate that I'm aware of, but they could be in the control pest, right? Okay, so now look at the structure of our paragraph. Look at me. Think about the structure we have. Okay, we have a sentence that tells me, what are we even talking about? Well, we're talking about how invertebrates pollinate. And then we'd have a sentence that says, here are some examples of pollinators. So we went, invertebrates pollinate, here are some examples, and now we need to talk about one invertebrate. So I want you to pick one of the invertebrates, say something about it pollinating your favorite food. First of all, what is your favorite food? That has to be a fruit or vegetable. Don't tell me cow because they're not pollinated, okay? Okay, ice cream. Okay, ice cream. Let me think. Well, ice cream has milk, which does not require pollination, but it has sugar, which is a plant. Exactly. Okay, so hang on, let me tell the virtual boys and girls. Okay, so pretty much every food that you talk about has to have a plant involved. So we were discussing ice cream. Okay, so ice cream comes from milk from a cow, right? So the pollinators didn't pollinate the cow, but they pollinated all the food, all the grass and stuff that the cow eats. So you still need a pollinator, even if ice cream is your favorite food. Plus, ice cream has sugar, glucose, which makes it delicious. Sugar is a plant. Sugar cane comes from a plant. Plus, what if it's strawberry ice cream? Have to pollinate the strawberries. What if it's chocolate ice cream? Have to pollinate the chocolate. So you need a sentence right now that tells me a pollinator specifically pollinates your favorite food. That makes it important to you. Write it down right now. Right now, I want to see that right now. I want to see that sentence. Right now, Kenny, you got your sentence? They do. Oh, so you're working on it? Okay. In a second, let me just see what day it is. Okay, we got plenty of time. All right. Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, okay. Plenty of time. Okay, so right now, you need to be writing your sentence about a specific pollinator pollinating a specific food that you like, okay? Let me think about mine. I love red grapes, but I already said red grapes in my last composition, so I think I'm going to choose something new. Are you with me? Because I see you. You better be with me right now. Let me think about that for a minute. Yes, they have a flower and then they turn into bananas. Yes, plants, yes. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. I see. They do control pests, so they could be either, yes.
I found a dead dragonfly yesterday
Okay, let me think. I'm thinking of my favorite food that needs a pollinator. I like red grapes a lot, but I already talked about them. So let me think for a minute while you think. Michael? You want to hear? You want to tell me your sentence? What's your last sentence? It tells me about pollinator and a specific food that you like. Okay, so now you need to keep going and tell me what about ice cream is pollinate. I mean, how does a bee pollinate get you ice cream? You got to explain that. John. Yes, rice is a plant. Yes, and rice needs a pollinator. All plants need a pollinator. Yes, Michael, you're writing that next sentence, okay? All right, Tally. Yes. Kennedy? Yes, like the strawberries that go into yogurt. See what I mean? Okay, so here's a good example. So Kennedy said, bees pollinate my favorite food, strawberry yogurt. But what we need to say is bees pollinate the strawberries that go into my favorite food, which is strawberry yogurt, okay? Yes. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. A couple of sentences from Carter that talk about his favorite food is chocolate. Wasps pollinate chocolate and how that goes together. And he has his favorite food. I love that. You know what? Now remember, wait a minute. You have to pause because I just thought of what I want. I just thought, it just popped into my mind. Hang on. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Woo, you can see in there. And you see in my cup, that is tea. I love tea. Tea is a plant. It looks like a little bush with little tiny leaves all over it, and you pluck off the leaves, and you, depending on what, sometimes they dry them, sometimes you get different kinds of teas based on that. That's I'm going to write on tea. What do you get? What? Brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Let me tell the virtual people. Okay, because they can't hear you over there. All right. So Evelyn said that her favorite food is ice cream, and so she knows that the bees pollinate the grasses and things the cows eat, so they can give us milk for the ice cream, and the invertebrates pollinate strawberries, which go into the ice cream to make it strawberry ice cream. And all of those sentences are brilliant. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's brilliant. Brock, what do you got? Well, it's a long sentence. Good. Okay, Brock said they pollinate his favorite food, which is bananas. And yes, bananas grow on a big tree and they have a beautiful flower, and then they have bananas. What do you like to do with your bananas? Just eat them? Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Callie.
When you're done with the human stuff, can you show us the picture of that ice cream?
Yeah, I can. I'm gonna send him. I'll put it on Seesaw too, so you guys can see what a bush looks like. Okay, like a tea bush looks like. All right, Sophia. Nice, brilliant, excellent, and they do. Okay, so I need to write this this thing right here. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we need to go to the next paragraph, which is all about. Let me go back here. Okay, so here we go. We already talked about pollinating. We need a new paragraph, new line, indent about decomposing. This will be fun because we saw the we saw the video this morning on ants and how New York City would be buried, literally buried in garbage if there weren't for ants. Okay, so New paragraph, all about decomposing, needs to indent, brand new line, indenting. We're going to talk about, what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about invertebrates. Invertebrates are also important, what? Decomposers. Okay? For example, oh, wait a minute, we already used the words for example. So let's say, oh, let's use as a matter of fact. That's pretty cool, right? See this right here on my paper? As a matter of fact. As a matter of fact. It is. That's exactly right. For example, for instance, to illustrate, as a matter of fact, those are similar, but we don't want the same exact one. So right now, you need your first sentence. It tells me what this paragraph's about. Right now, this whole paragraph is about decomposers, how invertebrates are important decomposers. So right now, write your sentence, indent it because it's a new paragraph on a brand new line, and tell me this whole paragraph is about decomposers. So put your sentence right there, and then let's hear from somebody. John, I want to hear from you. Zachary, I want to hear from you. And Ayan, I'm going to hear from you. Kennedy, go first. Yes. What else you got? What? Oh, New York City. I should not abbreviate that. Thank you. All right, John, you ready? I want to hear this new sentence about how invertebrates are decomposing. What do you got? Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, Ayana, you ready with that sentence? I'm going to come back to you, Zach. All right, hurry up, get it done, Thomas. Let's hear your sentence. All right, I need you people to write fast. Write fast, make it happen. Sydney, you ready for that sentence? Okay, well, I'm waiting on you. While I'm waiting on you to do that, you could get started with this sentence that talks about, as a matter of fact, New York City. And then you could write this part about ants. Okay, so when you're, keep going, write this next sentence about how ants are keeping New York City clean, just like the video you watched. And see, boys and girls at home, that's why you have to do all of the things that I give you in the same day. Because the idea of the day, that's that video about ants and how they help perform a valuable service in New York City, helps you with this assignment. So you have to do both, okay? So you are writing this sentence right now about how invertebrates are also important decomposers, okay? Boys and girls at home, you should watch this video and do this with me at the same time. That's what this lesson is for, okay? If you were here in class with me, like these boys and girls, yes, okay. Sorry, I'm recording a Zoom. Okay, guys, we'll see you later. Okay, so, oh, hang on, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so if you were here with me in class, you would be doing this like they are. And if you're at home, you should still be doing it right now because this lesson helps you. Okay, so everybody right now, I want you to go ahead, John. I want you to go ahead with this sentence right here. These dots mean more to come. Actually, there's only 3. So you need your first sentence and your second sentence. I want to hear about ants in New York City and how ants would help New York City and so on. Right now. Do it right now. Yeah. Mint chocolate chip. Oh my goodness. I just heard this wonderful wonderful sentence from Sean, giving all the details about all the things that he likes to eat and how bees are so valuable to pollinate them. But one thing he did bring up was his very favorite is mint chocolate chip cookies. Okay, mint chocolate chip ice cream. And I'm going to tell you a secret because, you know, I love to grow things. I love to grow things. Well, you know, like when you have mint Like if I had something mint, tea or gum or something, there's more than one kind of mint, and there is a mint called chocolate mint. I grow it every year, and when I grow it, I'm going to bring it to school and let y'all smell it. But it doesn't last all year, so you have to buy it again in the new year. I mean, some people can get it to last all year, but I can't. I don't know why. It doesn't love me. All right, I'm going to hear these sentences in a minute. You're hot. Your pencil should be touching that paper. Put your pencil on that paper and write me something. Brock? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now are you going to go on to mention New York City and what you learned about them? I would do that. Mention it now. Okay, so Brock said, after he said invertebrates are important decomposers, he went on to say there are lots of different kinds, which is actually beautiful. And I like that better than what I have right here. So I like that better than, but I've already got the whole thing here. So now I might just draw an arrow right here and say, this is part of why it's a rough draft. Okay, I would put right here, just a minute, Carter, let me finish this and then you can be done. There are many types of invertebrate decomposers. That is a long word in cursive. Invertebrate decomposers like ants and earthworms. I'm just going to add earthworms. No, I'm not going to. Oh, okay. This is why you got to think while you write, because I'm not going to add earthworms here because I know that I'm saving earthworms. Let me show you my brainstorming. I'm going to save earthworms for soil, okay? Because earthworms, I know that I can write a lot about how earthworms help the soil, so I'm going to save those, okay? So instead, now we're talking about decomposers. I did say earthworms, but I also said flies. And they're gross, and so I'm going to put here ants and flies. Then I'm going to come back up here, and then I'm going to say, as a matter of fact, New York City, blah, 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 ants, whatever you say. That's beautiful, and I like how it really flows. Good job, Brock. Yes. Yep. Let me read it to me.
Matter of fact, I put ants. So in New York City, they have ants to pick up food, and still you have ants.
Yes, awesome. Michael? Brilliant. Carter? Read. Lay on me.
New York City would be contaminated with food and trash if it weren't for ants. Ants would eat right up everything.
Excellent, excellent. And there's that word plummeted. I love the word plummeted, but we do want to be careful and try not to use the same word over and over again. So let's see. Plummeted means really like to fall. So in that case, since I get the idea that the trash would be kind of piling up, why don't we say buried? Don't you think? Because if you can imagine how they would just pile and pile and pile and pile. I think buried is a really good word there, don't you think? See how we're thinking about choosing the word? You don't just go, and be done. You gotta think hard. Kennedy. That's beautiful. Spectacular. All right, Sophia. What a perfect word. It would. Imagine Carter's got the beautiful word buried, right? That's beautiful. And Sophia came up with the word dump, that it would just be a dump with just trash and stink. You have to walk kind of like try to get through it. That's brilliant. Okay, so now listen to me because it's time to move on to the next sentence. Okay, so you might not be done with your sentence. Finish your sentence first and then go on. If you are done with this whole sentence, the next one, paragraph, the next one will be, invertebrates are, oh, can also be, I got to change it up. Because, see, I could say are also, but I want to change that up a little bit. Can be, what else? We said pollinate, we said decompose. Let's say control pests. You know what? And in the interest of time, let's just let this be our last one, okay? Because we just don't have as much time. So we'll just leave off building the soil, okay? Can control pests. And then we're going to write this whole paragraph just about controlling pests, okay? Oh, I got a sentence. So here we've said, for example, there are many different pollinators like blah, blah, blah. And here we said there are many types of invertebrate decomposers like ants and flies. So here we're going to say they control pests, and then we're going to talk about these. We're going to talk about some, oops, that's a G. That's not even an S. There. Some of the decomposing invertebrates might, wait a minute, what am I doing? What am I even calling them decomposing? That's the wrong one. Okay, see how you can change your mind? Sometimes you go back and write and you're like, you read what you wrote, you're like, well, what is that? I gotta fix it. Some of the pest control invertebrates might seem mean, right? Like, look at these. Praying mantis, spiders, scorpions, those might seem kind of mean, right? But they are still valuable to the ecosystem. So I'm going to say some, focus on me right now. Hear me? Some of the pest control invertebrates might seem mean, but there's a conjunction. But they perform a valuable service. Woo, that's beautiful right there. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so here you're like, what is this paragraph about? Well, it's about how invertebrates can control pests. Really? What do you mean? And some of the pest control invertebrates might seem mean, but they still perform a valuable service. Okay? The next thing you do is you're going to pick one. Pick praying mantis, pick ladybugs, pick scorpion, whatever. Pick one, write a little more about it. For example, I would go on to say that I buy baby ladybugs every year in a bag, and I put them in my garden so they can hatch and grow and eat the bad bugs. I really do. That is something special to me, but you pick something specific to you, Thomas. They are, and if you look back over, look, right here on our first day, right there. Spiders are pest control, and they clean up a lot of spiders. You've ever seen, spiders eat a lot of bugs, and if they didn't eat those bugs, then I'll be everybody bothering me, and you and everybody. So spiders are valuable. I kind of prefer that they stay outside. I kind of prefer that. They freak me out on the inside of the house, but they're important. Okay, so everybody should be writing right now. Write hot. Get hot. Yes. She doesn't? Oh, she's too busy. That's okay. It happens. That's okay. We're going to garden a little bit here. Okay. Yes, Tally?
What is the word next to they?
Perform. This one? Yeah, perform a valuable service. Okay. All right, so everybody should be writing. Put your pencil on the paper. John, when he comes back. I can feel the brain power. I can feel it. It's like an aura in the room. I can feel the power of the written word. I can feel it. And you people at home, I want to see your writing. I love it. I want to see it. I know you're doing a marvelous job. Right now, I want you to be doing exactly what I'm doing right here, which is writing this paragraph on how invertebrates can control pests. Write all this, and then you need to tell me something that you like ladybugs and how they help you, or praying mantis, or scorpions. Just like we did over here. Right here. This is where we are, and this is where you need to be over here on your paper, and I need to see it today. Okay? You need to do your work every day and turn it in. So as you write, you should have one spot indented for the opening, two spot, the second one for pollinating, the third one for decomposers, and the fourth indenting for controlling pests. See how that works? Yeah. They control pests. We love spiders in the garden. Because some of those, we love spiders in a garden because some of the things that spiders eat also eat my plants. And I don't like that. I want to eat my plants. I don't want bugs to eat my plants. So the spider puts a web up, and all those bugs that were going to eat my plants get eaten by the spider. Spider's happy. I'm happy.
I know what the spiders do once they're on the neck. They wrap them up.
They do, and then they eat them later. All right.
And Miss Tana, when they do that, do they like unwrap them to eat them, or like eat them with their mouth?
I think they poke a hole in them and drink them.
Yeah.
It's kind of gross, but I think that's what they do. All right, yes. Wow, I'm hearing about gardens, and they're making me so jealous. All right, let's move on to the last. I'm just a little bit jealous. I hope that you share the garden love with me. Okay, all right, let's move on to the last paragraph. Woohoo, we made it the last paragraph. Okay, now let's come back over here first and read our introduction, the very first paragraph, because the closing paragraph is very similar. It's very similar. You don't just go, bye, see you later, okay? And you never say bye. Listen to my words. Don't say bye. We don't say hi. We don't say bye. That's not for writing. And we never say, I hope you enjoyed my writing. Listen to my words. We don't say, I hope you enjoyed my writing. What? First of all, of course they enjoyed your writing because it's fantastic. That goes without saying. And I don't really like that. Instead, I want you to connect. What do we know now about invertebrates? Well, invertebrates. Oh, I thought of something. Okay, I'm gonna spell this word. Invertebrates. I have to spell that word every time. That is not a T. No wonder it's weird. Okay, I'm gonna get this right here. Let's start over. Invertebrates. Okay, now I got it. Okay. Invertebrates. Oh, I just thought of something. Hello. Raise your hand if you've heard the phrase unsung hero. Have you heard that? You've heard it? Okay. So if everybody knows, okay, like Captain America, shake your head if you know who Captain America is. Okay. Everybody knows Captain America is a hero, right? He is a hero. He does good things. He helps protect the world. And he's a really good guy. And he always does the right thing. He makes wise choices. He's a hero, okay? We know about him, and everyone says, oh, Captain America, yay, woo, Captain America, woo. We know he's a hero, and we admire him. He's a hero, okay? An unsung hero is a hero that works behind the scenes and nobody notices. Like an invertebrate helps me clean up the garden, and people hardly even know they're there. They are unsung. Unsung. It's not like Captain America eats a parade, right? And people like salute him and cheer, woo, Captain America, we love you. And invertebrates get nothing. It's because they're unsung heroes. So I'm going to say invertebrates are the unsung heroes. Heroes is the weirdest word because it has The O and then the E together. Okay? Of the gardening world. Woo! Gardening or farming. You say gardening world. Well, I'm going to get that right here in a second. Gardening world. Or of the eating world, right? Because we literally could not eat without these guys. Why are we not like giving them parades? Woo-hoo, thank you. I love you so much. I love you so much. I don't even know. Because we literally would not eat. We would not have our favorite foods. I would not have tea, and I drink tea every single day. You not have chocolate. Who's that? No popcorn for movie night. Why? I don't know why they're not unsung heroes, but they are. So you need to send it something like that, telling me how important invertebrates are. Okay, not the same as the first paragraph, but similar. Yes. Okay. Whoops, I'm moving my phone. Okay. So this is tricky, okay, because you feel like in your conclusion that you're saying the same exact thing you said at the beginning, and you kind of are. It's why it's tricky, but you have to do it anyway. All right. What? Oh, a commercial. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're asking me. I can't hear him, so hang on a second. What?
Or a song that plays on a TV show.
But I feel famous now. No. All right. So, all right. So you can have a sentence like this. Something like this. What have you got? This is kind of tricky. What have you got? Come on. What have you got? Well, let me hear it. The same exact one? Okay. Anybody got anything different? A little different? Brock, what have you got? Yeah. Farming. Got it. Love it. Michael, what do you got? Brilliant. Okay. Now the next thing could be something like my favorite. No. How about why we appreciate them? I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. I'm so appreciative of their hard work. Hard work. And what am I going to say? You should be too. I'm so thankful, grateful, appreciative of their hard work, and you should be too. Oh, no. That's kind of not nice, right? You should be too. You should be too. That's not very nice. I thought of a better way to say that that's nicer. I'm going to say, and maybe now you will be too. That's nicer, right? And that is why I think I have too many. Wait a minute. I think that W got carried away. There we go. Okay, hang on just a second. Now, the reason I put that is that I could have said, I'm thankful and you should be too. And I could say that it would be correct. But there's kind of a flavor to words, right? So I don't know if I want to be that harsh. I don't know if I want to be that with it. You know what I mean? So I've chosen to be a little more gentle with my writing. And you need to be careful when you choose your words for writing or for speaking. Choose wisely. Make sure that the word that you chose is saying what you really mean to be saying. What? That's beautiful. Okay, hang on just a second. Okay, so it's time to stop the virtual thing. So I cannot wait to read what all my virtual boys and girls are writing. Every day you write, every day you turn it in. All right, can't wait. See you in a bit. Okay, and then I'm going to stop recording. Hang on a second. I'm going to stop recording. I saw that.